this week's Easy Stitch product demo. So today I wanted to show you the difference between our wooden knobs and our metal knobs. So our wooden knobs, they have an insert, a metal insert, that is glued into the center of that knob. Now you may recognize this. This is how they used to look, with just the metal insert in a circular formation glued into the knob. We have now changed it out where the insert is kind of star-shaped and it's kind of digging into the wood. This is so when you are turning the knob and twisting the knob, with this one, the glue would pop really, really easily. After, a couple years of use and turning it and moving it, that glue would just pop right out. So we're trying to combat that with this star-shaped insert where it's kind of digging into the wood. But again, after a period of time, that glue could pop. And those, spikes could potentially fail and the insert could come out. So that's a little bit about the wooden knobs. Now the metal knobs, they're forged as one piece. So there's no insert on the inside. It would take a lot of force to strip the inside of this metal knob. Now, one of the big differences I have found is that when you're working with the wooden knobs, your hand is kind of, like this. It's turning like this. So if you are weak like I am, it does take a little bit of effort to turn that wooden knob. Now, with the metal knobs, I found it a little bit easier to turn just because of the position that my hand is now going to be in. The grip is going to be a little bit different. So I feel like it gives me a little bit more strength. So you see, my grip is just different enough. Instead of, this, it's this, So I have a bit of a bigger strength to it. I don't know, I've got more leverage. I've got more leverage against the knob. I feel like I can get a tighter tension with the metal knobs than I can with the wooden knobs. Plus, here's another benefit. Let's say you don't have a lot of strength in your hands. With the metal knobs, you can fit a screwdriver down in it, and again, it'll give you much more leverage because now all you got to do is, push or pull it, and you can tighten that down quite a bit, especially more than you can with your hand with the wooden knobs. So not only do I feel like they give you a better grip when holding them, I feel like they hold the rod tighter because you can legit get tighter with it. And, you bring in that pressure to it, you can get significantly tighter. At least that's my opinion on it. Okay, so I've got our lap stand here. This is our Tomorrow Treasures lap stand. And I've had questions, how do the metal knobs work with the lap stand? They work amazing. There is one thing though. With the Tomorrow Treasures lap stand, you get these spacers. So when you want to use the iron knobs on the lap stand, you will need to get the heavy duty spacers. This is the reason right here. Do you see how that metal knob is hitting the leg right there? The metal knobs are longer than the wooden knobs. So we've created a heavy duty spacer kit that gives you more distance between the sidebars and your legs, enough distance that you can rotate your scroll frame the full 360 to get to the back of your project. So let me show you. So now you see I've got this project here on this lap stand, and I have got the heavy duty spacers between my sidebars and my legs. Let me loosen that up. And now you can see I can spin my whole scroll frame all the way around to get to the back and to get back to the front because of the heavy duty spacers. They give me the distance I need between my sidebar and my leg. Now, one question I am continually asked is, how do I get my scroll frame to stay where I want it to? Well, it's simple. You get a screwdriver. Put the screwdriver in the screw, tighten your knob down, and now your scroll frame doesn't move. I do like I like tension, whether it's fabric tension or my scroll frame in the position I want. I like tension. So in order to get it to where I want, I need to secure it tightly down. Now, I could move this if I wanted to. I can, but I am going to strip that screw that's going through, or I'm going to strip the tines inside my knob that are what, is securing it down. So every time I want to flip over, I just want to simply loosen that screw just a bit with my handy dandy screwdriver and just flip it back, flip it over, and again, tighten it back down. So that's how I get good tension with my scroll frame to my legs. Now, I like tension. So if you were to replace any knobs with the metal knobs, I would recommend replacing the 4 knobs for the scroll frame and the 2 on the legs. Reason being is these are the 6, not 4, 6. You are always continually turning. You are always turning the scroll rods to get tighter tension, and you're always cranking on these. So these are the ones, if anything's going to strip out, if that insert is going to pop out, it's going to be these 6. Now, the legs or the feet on the legs, you hardly ever mess with because they're just stationary. You hardly ever, touch them. So if you were going to replace anything, I would recommend replacing these 6 because those are the ones that are going to give you the best tightness, the best, torque, the tension that you like. Because again, I like tight tension. I like my frame to stay where I want it to be, and I want my fabric to be as tight as I could possibly get it. And I feel like I get that with the metal knobs. Okay, well that is it for this week's Easy Stitch product demo. Head over to my needlework blog on Embroidery.com where I will have close-up pictures of all of the different projects I've shown you here today, as well as detailed information and links to all the products. Make sure you turn your notifications on, as that's how you'll know a new video is up. And as always, I love to hear your comments and suggestions, so leave those for me below. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Happy stitching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!